What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm TurboJohn. We're over here at Dragwire Solutions, working on the race car today. Turbocharged Mustang, big block Chevrolet. We're getting closer. Check it out. If y'all don't mind, head on over to turbojohnracing.com, grab yourself some hats and t-shirts. If you're not already subscribed to Austin's YouTube channel or follow him on Facebook, give him a follow, Dragwire Solutions. He's going to be posting videos and updates on the wiring on this car. I'm still working on the mechanics aspect, but luckily I brought my mobile fab shop over here today. If you need me to fab something, I'm available. Just kidding, I suck at this. Comment, like, and subscribe. See y'all. All right, guys, so it is Saturday. Austin's been out here working early in the morning, and I just got over here, but I am already sweaty. It's North Carolina heat, but we made some progress. The turbo that's in its forever home. I've got this thing tacked up, took it home, tacked it all up, and this is where it's going to be. And you notice, yes, it is tilted a tad. That way it's 1 degree down. And the reason I did that is to try to clear the hood. I think this is going to work out pretty good. We're going to have good fall to get from the turbocharger down to the oil pan down there. I could potentially, if we wanted to cut this apart some, this is about the right height. The only problem is I could potentially drop it a little bit, but what we would have to do is cut this pipe right here and basically cut a little pie out of this and re-weld it, and then we could drop it a little bit. The only problem is if I drop it, I don't have much room to drop it right here. You see, we're really close to our fuel pump, so we're about probably an inch, half inch away from the fuel pump at this point, and I think it's going to fit under the hood. You figure, I mean, the hood's going to be slopey. We took one Austin hood from a car over there. It's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like it's probably going to fit under the hood. I only got a 4-inch hood. I mean, my throttle body may not even fit under the hood, so we may end up having to cut the hood out anyway to slice it to get it to go. If we moved the turbo over, if we moved it over some, I could definitely drop it. But you've got to remember, the more we come forward in the car, the closer we get to the slope. So the front end is going to be like right here. I think we're going to be fine. And it is one of those things, everybody puts turbo stuff out of the hood anyway, so I'm not opposed to having that. A lot of the tracks we're not even going to be running a hood, honestly. We'll be running it some, but not all the time. So I think this is the forever home right here. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to think about it when I shut y'all off here in a second and see if I want to try to drop it some. I just don't think I'm going to, though. I think I'm super happy with it right there. It's close to the center of the car. It's angling forward a little bit. I don't want to, I had a lot of comments about facing it forward, getting clean air. I don't think we need to do that with this car. The car is going to suck air where it's going to suck air from. We are going to have a belly pan on it, but there's lots of places for it to suck air from. We probably will end up wrapping the exhaust here because, of course, heat rises and we don't want the hot air. We don't want it necessarily sucking hot air. I don't know what we're going to do. With the hood off of it, it's probably not that big a deal, but if we put the hood on it and close it all up with a belly pan under it because we're trying to clean the air, it still will suck air where it's going to suck air from, but we may put a hole in the hood as a duct to get some fresh air either out the front at some point. I just don't like the forward-facing turbos all the way to the front. It just is easier. You notice how easy it is with it. It would be easier if it was completely straight instead of slanted any, but it makes it easy to do the charge pipe. It makes it easy to do the down pipe because we usually just go run out. I brought my 5-inch pipe over here off the other one. Instead of going up, it fits perfect and it'll go down and we'll angle it right through here, and then we're going to come out right here in front of the tire, kind of like Randy's car is. So that's the game plan. Man, I'm digging it. I am digging it, dude. I'm really digging it. And we had it at first, we had this up a little higher, but it's one of those things. I think it's going to clear. It may clear if we move it up. I may move that back to even, to just level, but this is a ball bearing turbo, so they can actually go at pretty steep angles if we wanted to. So I think that's forever home right there, guys. Hang on, stand by, we'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, and we got my mobile workstation set up over here. So like I said, I can fab you some stuff up. I brought my welder, my tank, belt sander. So Austin's gonna have to start charging me rent up in here. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm gonna start charging $200 a day.
$200? Oh my God.
$200 a day.
So he's over here, and now he is. I told y'all one time before, he does lines also.
Yeah, all Brown and Miller stuff.
All Brown and Miller stuff.
We're doing nitrous lines right now.
Oh man, so that's got to hold a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I mean the nitrous.
I think these lines will. I think they'll hold like 2,000 psi.
2,000. Oh my goodness.
So they're pretty high.
So he's got all the Brown and Miller stuff. He's got the lines. He's got the connectors, and this is the machine. I've never seen one of these actually in action.
It's pretty good. We'll crimp some hoses later. I got a couple more to crimp, so we'll try it a little bit.
Man, that is insane. So he's just air checking them now. What is the air check at? Like 150 psi?
150 psi, yeah.
Right. And so you're just making sure everything has got a nice seal on it there.
Make sure they work here, and then afterwards, once we get them on the car, I will put a nitrous bottle in it and make sure they don't leak under full pressure.
Because these things, they have specifications, right? They have to crimp down to a certain size or something.
Yeah, I got all my specs right here.
So he's got
you got to set the machine for each style hose, each different size.
Right.
We got different dies for everything.
It's crazy. And you can go all the way up. How big can it go? Dash 20?
I can
16?
do dash 16.
Dash 16.
Down to dash 4.
Okay.
Which I can get more dies, but that's just the most common stuff.
All right, gotcha. Yeah, I guess, I mean, people don't really use 20 unless, I mean, it's just very uncommon, right?
Unless they're running like radiator hose to the back or something.
All right, so dash 16 is 1 inch. So he's got all this set up if y'all need any of this stuff too. So he can do that here too. He does CO2 lines as well. So the Brown, do you use Brown and Miller for the CO2 or do you use push lock? I guess it depends on what the customer, what they want. You do either one.
Most customers use push lock. It's easy and cheap.
All right, gotcha.
But I mean, I still got the smaller hose for the CO2 line and stuff.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So he's got it all.
You can do a little bit of everything.
And that's pretty cool. And then he's got the injector flow. We talked about that. He can do that for you too. Flow your injectors. You need to do a video on that at some point.
I got 2 sets to do today, so.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So we'll stick that in there and go to his channel too, Dragwire Solutions. All right, cool deal. So I'm gonna keep working on mine. Hang on. All right, guys. Several hours later, we got this crossover done. The hot side is now mostly complete. Worked out okay. We had this one done, so all we had to do is mock this one up and weld it all on. I did make a mistake. One of the mistakes I made, and me and Mike talked about this yesterday. I should have welded one of these. I should have fully welded that one on before I tacked this one on, but I didn't. And so getting down in the middle was kind of hard. I was able to get it though. I was willing to MIG weld it, but I was able to stick the tungsten out long enough to make it work. Now, one of the things that makes this easier to build, I don't have any flex points in this one. It's all solid. They make flex joints and bellows, but you know, sometimes those things blow apart. The problem about doing it solid, luckily this is a short piece of pipe, so sometimes when you have a shorter piece of pipe, it's not as bad. But a lot of times after you cycle this thing, after you run it a couple times, it doesn't really line back up. So it's kind of hard to get on. Sometimes you have to put the V-bands on it before you tighten the headers all the way down. Sometimes it pops right back on. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll probably go ahead and order me one of the little bellows on my kit that I have now at the house. On the small block right here, I have a V-band, and that V-band just allows me to put it together in 2 pieces, and it makes it a little easier. So I could put a V-band on it, or I could get the bellows. I think I'm gonna order a bellow though, so I may want to try it. Vibrant has one. I think it was Vibrant. There's a couple. It's not the braided one, it's bellows. It looks like an accordion. It's smooth on the inside, and apparently that is made for like boost. It's made for boost pressure. It's made for the stainless steel ones, the flex ones that have like the braid on it. They're not really designed for this side. They're designed for like the hot side, like the down pop side where there's no pressure, and those come apart sometimes. But we'll see how it goes. This is what we're gonna do for now. So that is mounted. It's welded. I mean, it welded okay. I'm not a professional welder, but you know, it's stuck together. Some of the welds look better than others. But if you notice also, the way I do it is I will utilize this expansion joint here that just allows for it to not be as perfect as a fit. Professionals, what they do is they don't have these little slip joints, those expansions, and they'll get them perfect, man. I don't understand how they do that, but they do. And I'm not a professional, so that's why I make it so that it can slide, give me some adjustability. This one right here slides into this pipe probably about a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and then it's able to move. So basically I bolted it up over here, had this one fully welded, And then I mocked these up, this one right here, and I got this one, so that it fits. It fits good, and it's going to be fine. These are Black Sheep Industries. I didn't want to cut my small block kit all the way up, but I ordered some new flanges, so we got to figure out where we're going to mount these. I'm thinking it's going to go like right here. I might go ahead and just stick it right here. And I don't know, so here, probably here, yeah, probably here somewhere on this one. I know it's not priority flow. Priority would be this way, but I'm not gonna be able to do that, so we're gonna do this way and it's gonna be fine. And then this one over here, we might be able to get this one right here on this side, or I could do it right here. Downpipe's gonna kind of come over here as well. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But that's what we got so far. I'm gonna put a turbo on it real fast. I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to mock up the cold side. Hang on. All right, guys, so we're making some progress here. So I just wanted to show y'all something real fast too. I just created this fish mouth, and you can see it's not exactly perfect, but I don't need it to be exactly perfect. I just need it to fit the pipe real good. And sometimes if you use like a professional notcher, then sometimes it doesn't work out the way you want it to because of the different angles. See, it fits better the other way than it does this way. Now, the way you start off with this. So this is what I started off with. It was this pipe right here. So I wanted a fish mouth like this. So what I did is, if you look, you can kind of see the angle that I took. I've already cleaned this out a little bit. Basically, I took my side grinder, my 4.5 inch side grinder with a cutoff wheel, and I made 2 cuts. So the first cut, I started here and I went up, and so I did this way, and then I turned it 180 degrees, and then I did the same thing, went up that way. And so when you do that, when you cut it like that, at those angles, that will give you the start of a fish mouth. And then you take the flat wheel, and then you're able to make this do exactly how you want it to. And you can make it fit exactly how you want to. That's not the professional way, probably, but it is the way that I did it. And you see this way, I mean, I got no gap there hardly. And you know, that's what you want on a TIG, is the tighter the gap, the better it's gonna weld. All right, guys, so that one is tacked on over there. So we're gonna mount this one right here. So you can see what I did is I took my side grinder and cut that one a little bit deeper than this one. Now we gotta just make it fit, essentially. But this is where this one is going to go. So we'll take the flat wheel, grind it out a little bit, get it to fit nice and snug. And then once we get these welded on, then what I'll do is I'll take a hole saw and go down in there, and the hole saw will open up to whatever size this is. A lot of times I'll do the hole saw before I weld this on, because that flange is going to be a little bit smaller than this hole, but it is what it is at this point. So what we'll have to do is weld it on and then get down in there with a die grinder on the end and open it up to the exact same. So I think this is going to work right here. I might cut it a little bit more so that it's a little more straight. I think I am, and then that way we'll be good. So turbo, that's going to be good where it's at. Downpipe is going to go through here and then come out right in the front. All right, guys, so this is pretty much final. Flat wheel for the wind. See, the pipe is not perfect, but this right here is about where it's going to go. Got pretty minimal gap. Probably need to flap it just a couple more times, and then we're going to be set. I think I am going to make it so it goes more straight. So take a little bit more off of this top edge here. All right, guys, well, that is looking like it for today. Hot side is done, mostly. The only thing we got left to do, got the wastegate flanges, of course, welded on. We got to cut the holes in them like we talked about. So those will be good. Welds turn out reasonable on those. I did not really think about it. That right there was a little difficult to get to, but I was able to get to it. So, but it is done. So the turbo is mounted. So we just got a little pipe, looks like about 10 inches long, on this aluminum pipe here, and it's got a little bit of a bend. But we're gonna put these flex couplers on both sides. So if we put flex couplers on both sides of those, then we should be in pretty good shape. It should be pretty easy. I might be able to take a straight pipe and cut it at an angle and get it to fit or we might have to put a slight bend in it. You can see it's not dead on straight, but that's fine. We couldn't, I mean, it wouldn't have worked that way. I mean, just because of the way everything is. So yeah, but I think we're done. Downpipe is kind of mocked up here. So we got this, the way this is going to go. So this is all good. The biggest thing with this one is it's going to clear, do a 90 degree off of this down in front of the front wheel, just like Randy's. And I think we're going to be good. Wastegate, that'll probably either go down or either kind of aim over a little bit. Actually, you know what I might do? I might aim it toward the center. Well, I can't really aim it toward the center over here because we're probably going to have a belly pin. So I'll probably aim it over here, just in that area. The only problem with doing it down like that is it could blow right into the path of the back tires. So we may not do that. So, but that is what it is. I got to do a support for the headers over here. We're going to just go from the flange. I'll just weld. I was going to do it on the front side, but we put the wastegate here. So basically on the back side here, from here down, we'll just go weld a tab and do like a threaded end, a rod end, kind of like a diagonal bar, and then we'll be set. All right, guys, so being hard at it today, I got over here about 9 o'clock. It is now 5 o'clock. So I punched in, punching out, and now we're heading to Galat. Joey and Michael are taking their cars to Galat tonight. So we're gonna go do test and tune with them, try to go personal best with Joey's car, maybe get that creep up on that stop block record, which we've not even been close to it because we haven't been able to make it go at all. But hopefully it'll work today a little bit better. And Mike's, hopefully the Challenger works out. And by him buying the Charger, maybe the Mopar gods and guys, they'll cut him some slack and let his car run fast and not break. Y'all go check it out, Dragwire Solutions. Go check out their YouTube channel. Go hit them up on Facebook if you need something wired. Comment, like, and subscribe. Go to turbojohnracing.com to grab yourself some hats and t-shirts. Appreciate it, guys.